What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic, Lomachenko, and I quote, "I don't want to finish this fight fast. I want to fight for all 12 rounds." Let's chop it up and see what it's all about.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That life before riches, huh? That life before riches, huh? Pretty bitch, show me titties, huh? And I got the glazy run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.
I wanna do 12 rounds. I don't wanna finish this fight very fast. I wanna fight in all 12 rounds.
Thank you very much, Vasiliy.
So, boxing fans, what's up? There you have it. So the fight, Lomachenko versus Lopez, is on tomorrow, and October 17th, 2020. Supposed to be a great fight. There you saw Lomachenko, what he said. He said that he wants to fight. He doesn't want to finish the fight fast. Okay, he wants to fight all 12 rounds. What does that mean? Well, I think what he's trying to say, I think that's just, if we were to translate that, I think what he's saying is that he wants to punish Lopez. He's not going to finish the fight fast. Okay, he wants to take Lopez all 12 rounds and beat him all 12 rounds. So he's basically going to carry Lopez for 12 rounds and make sure he beat him in every round for that 12 rounds. He's going to give Lopez a beating. That's what he's trying to say. Now, you know, we don't know if he can do that. I mean, I'm sure that's what he's going to try to do, but we'll see what happens. But it's pretty interesting, okay? And I think that, you know, when we look at this fight, there's a lot of things that we're going to see in this fight. You know, there's a lot of questions that will be answered in this fight. Now, there's a lot of talk. You know, everybody have a plan in every fight. I mean, you know, I'm sure Lopez has his plan, and I'm sure Lomachenko has his plan as well. I'm sure his team has a plan. I'm sure Lopez's team has a plan. So, but you all know how it goes. Every plan, you know, does not necessarily survive the first punch that's landed. Okay, so after the first punch is landed, we'll see what happens with these plans that each guy have. Okay, and we're gonna see who land the first punch or the first significant punch. Okay, now Lopez, the young, up and coming, brash, outspoken, bold, young fighter. You have Lomachenko, the experience, Mr. Matrix, superb technique, experience, and so it should be an interesting fight. Now, you know, Lomachenko, not Lomachenko, but Lopez has been doing a lot of talking. I mean, you know, I can't really recall when I've seen a young fighter, you know, has done this much talking. He basically has talked his way into this fight. And, you know, he has basically, I mean, it's a lot of expectation. He has raised expectation for himself. So he has to go in there, Lopez, he has to go in there and perform, because the way he's talking, you know, he's going to knock Lomachenko out in 3 rounds, according to him. His fight is not going to go the distance. You know, he's going to send Lomachenko back to Ukraine to dancing school. I mean, this guy's been talking up a storm. I mean, if we were to go based on what he's saying, I mean, he's not even leaving anything in doubt. He's saying that he's going to go in there and knock Lomachenko out. Okay, so, I mean, he's putting a lot of pressure on himself. He's going to have to go in there and, you know, do what he says he's going to do. And, you know, it's a question for me, and you know, whether or not he can actually do that. And, you know, you hear what Lomachenko has said. He said he's going to go the fight. He's not even saying he's going to knock this guy out. He's saying he wants to take the fight the whole 12 rounds. So that only means one thing. He's going to go in there. His goal is to go in there and punish this kid. Okay, and we're going to see if he can actually do that. Okay, because, you know, according to Lopez, you know, He's gonna lock Lomachenko out, and he's gonna muscle Lomachenko. So basically, I think he's gonna try to pull the Orlando Salido strategy that Orlando Salido did, where he stayed in the face of Lomachenko for the whole 12 rounds. He muscled Lomachenko. He bullied him. He just stayed inside and just rushed him. He did everything, hit low blows, all kind of different tactics he used in that fight that we could say is borderline dirty tactics. And so with that style, Salido was the only one to defeat Lomachenko so far. Okay, so he lost that fight. Lomachenko lost that fight against Salido. So I'm thinking that's the only way that this kid could beat Lomachenko is to do that. I mean, I just don't see it. Regardless of what he's saying, and he has said this on many occasions that he's gonna, he can box, and people are sleeping on his boxing skill. But the truth be known, I haven't really seen that much boxing skill from Lopez. I mean, yeah, he can punch, definitely has a good punch, but most of the guys he's boxing, haven't been really able to test to show us or to display, his boxing IQ. Okay, so he hasn't really had to box much. And then the first time I saw him box for 12 rounds was against this guy Nakatani, and he didn't look that well against Nakatani for 12 rounds. I mean, he won the fight, but he didn't seem I didn't see anything special in terms of his boxing technique in that fight. Okay. He did a lot of, he did a few things in there. I mean, but, Nakatani gave him some problems. And I'm just thinking that with the kind of movement and technique that Lomachenko has, he's going to give this guy a lot of problems. I think that, he talks a good game, and he went in there and he knocks out a lot of these guys. He knocked out a lot of these guys, but I don't think those guys that he fought so far is going to really prepare him for what Lomachenko is going to bring to the table. Okay. Now, I mean, it's conceivable that he might go in there and actually knock Lomachenko out, because he does have the power to do that. Okay, but he's gonna have to land those punches to knock Lomachenko out, and there's a question as to if he'll be able to do that. But tomorrow we're definitely gonna see. I mean, this is the anticipation for this fight is really high. I mean, a lot of people are looking forward to this fight. This kid has been talking up a storm, like I said. Okay, and he's gonna have to show and prove tomorrow, because all that talk is not gonna help him against Lomachenko. Okay, Lomachenko, typical Lomachenko doesn't talk much, so he just says, you're gonna see what happened on Saturday. Okay, and you saw what he just said about he wants the fight to go all 12 rounds. Okay, so why would he want that? There's only one reason why. He's gonna beat this kid into submission, and he's gonna try to make Teofimo quit. He's gonna beat him until he quits, or take the beating. He's either gonna quit. Teofimo is either gonna quit or he's gonna take a beating for the whole 12 rounds. This is what Loma is basically saying in that little clip that we saw. So this is gonna be a great fight, I believe. And if Lomachenko is able to do, I mean, I'm just thinking that that's what's gonna happen. I think he's gonna really, surprise Lopez. I think that Lomachenko is gonna once Teofimo reaches in that ring and then he really faces off against Lomachenko, I think he's gonna realize that it's a lot more difficult, than he thought it was gonna be. And looking at people fight Lomachenko and then actually fight Lomachenko is gonna be two different things. Okay, I think he's gonna realize that he's in there, and it might get to the point where we might see a Lopez basically out of his element. I think I think Lomachenko is probably going to school him. Okay, I mean that's what I would think would happen based on what I've seen of Lomachenko and what I've seen of Lopez. But like I said, anything is possible in there, and we saw that one punch that he laid on Comey. I was able to hurt Comey very bad and then eventually stop him. It's conceivable that he could do the same thing for Lomachenko, because Lomachenko did get knocked down by Linares, but Linares was much bigger than Lomachenko, and he had a longer reach than Lomachenko, and Lomachenko eventually stopped him. So even with the size and the reach advantage, it didn't really help him in the long run, but he was able to knock Lomachenko down. So uh, you know, although Lopez is actually bigger than Lomachenko, it's not really that much bigger. It doesn't seem like the arm, their reach is that much different. Okay, and so Lopez doesn't have the advantages that Linares have, except for the fact that he probably punches harder and he probably is a little faster than Linares. Okay, so so basically what I'm saying that is that Lopez doesn't have all the so-called advantages that Linares had, size, strength, and the like, but he does have some advantages. He does have size over Loma, and he does have power, and he does have speed. Okay, so we're going to see how that matches up against Lomachenko's power, size, and Lomachenko's speed, because Lomachenko is pretty fast himself. Okay, so this should be an interesting fight by all accounts. I mean, I guess we'll know. I think we'll know in the first 1 or 2 rounds how the fight is going to play out for the rest of the fight. I think if Lopez goes in there and then tries to do his thing against Lomachenko and it doesn't work, we're gonna we might be in for a very long night for Lopez, and I think Lomachenko might take him to school. If he could out muscle and bully Lomachenko, and while aggressively walking him down, then it's conceivable that he could knock Lomachenko out. Okay, but I just for the life of me, I just can't really see that. I mean, and I'm sure Lopez believes in himself and believes that he can do that, but it's gonna be difficult to knock out a guy like Lomachenko out. Much less I just can't really picture it. I mean, boxing wise, I just think that Lomachenko has too many skills. I mean, the man, he's good on his feet. He got power as well. He a lot of movement, a lot of different combinations. He put his punches together very well. He has a very high work rate. He keeps the pace up high. Okay, and he's always coming in and he's always pressing the fight. So I mean, look, I just haven't seen, I haven't seen Lopez been tested against any of the fighters he fought so far. Okay, he has never been tested, and the first time I think he got somewhat of a test, in terms of having to fight the whole fight, was against that kid Nakatani, and like I said, he didn't really look that great, and I think that Lomachenko is much better boxing wise and technique wise than Nakatani, and experience wise as well. So I'm just thinking that he's gonna probably take this kid Lopez to school. Now, based on what Lomachenko is saying, he said that he wants the fight to go the whole 12 rounds. That's what he said. I mean, that's he said he wants the fight to go all 12 rounds. He doesn't want to finish the fight fast. Okay, he wants to go all 12 rounds. So I'm just thinking that he really wants, with all this stuff that Lopez has been talking, he's gonna have to go in there and back it up. And I think that Lomachenko wants to punish him. So we'll see what happens. But I think that Lomachenko is going to carry him for this fight if he can, and he's going to carry this kid every round, and he's just going to beat him up. And if Lomachenko wins, I mean, there's really no guarantee he's going to win, because, like I said, this kid does have the tools to beat Lomachenko, but he's going to have to go out and execute. Okay, and so we're going to see if he can execute against Lomachenko. I just can't see it. But I mean, it's possible he can do it. I mean, I'm not going to write him off. But I'm going to say one thing. If Lomachenko wins this fight, okay, and if the fight goes 12 rounds and Lomachenko wins, Lopez will never be the same again. That's what I think. I think Lomachenko is really going to give him a beating, okay? And if the fight goes 12 rounds and if Lomachenko actually wins the fight, okay? I mean, it's conceivable that Lopez can win, like I said, You know, especially with that quick left hook that he has. Okay, I think if anything, it's a left hook that Lomachenko will have to worry about in this fight against Lomachenko. He got this thing where he goes in real quick. Lopez comes in real quick and fires that left hook. Okay, and if you can do that against Lomachenko, I see Lomachenko lean to the side a lot. You know, from right to left, left to right sometimes. And I think if Lopez could time him, and when he's getting ready to lean to the left, jump in. When Lomachenko leans to the right, I think Lopez could jump in with that left hook and you know, probably put him down with that hook. Okay, I think that's what I'm seeing is probably going to happen. And you know, but if that's if Lopez is able to connect. Okay, if he's able to do it. But again, you know, the guys that he does it against, you know, don't have much head movement. They stay straight in the line. Okay, they're right in front of him. They're not giving him any lateral movement. So he's able to do that against these guys. So I just haven't seen him fight anybody to where I can say, yeah, you know, anybody near the caliber of Lomachenko. And I don't think he has fought anybody that's going to prepare him for this fight with Lomachenko. Okay, and that's just the way I see it. And I'm thinking that Lomachenko is going to take him to school, but I could be wrong. Like I said, you know, it is conceivable that he can win. That Lopez can win. He does have the tools to beat Lomachenko, but he's going to have to be able to, you know, having the tools is one thing, but being able to execute is another thing. And so we're going to see if he's going to be able to execute against Lomachenko like he has executed against all the guys he has fought before. I just don't believe he can do it. I don't think it's going to be that easy for him. I think he's going to have a lot of problems. Okay, I think Lomachenko is going to give him a lot of looks, a lot of movement, a lot of lateral movement. I think Lomachenko is going to take him to school. That's just my opinion, okay? And, you know, that's what I see. So, at this point, there's no point in calling for a knockout or what round is going to be a knockout, because unless it's Lopez doing the knocking out. Now, Lopez is saying he's going to knock Lomachenko out between three or 6 rounds. So, you know, that's what he said. And we heard what Loma said. He's not even looking for a knockout. He just wants this fight to go the whole 12 rounds. I haven't heard him say anything like that before. I mean, usually he's trying to finish the fight as quick as he can. Okay, and most of the time he just knocks these guys out. But I think he doesn't want to knock Lopez out. He wants to carry him the whole fight, and he wants to punish him. You know, for all the smack that Lopez has been talking. So should be an interesting fight. You know, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'll be there tomorrow night waiting for this fight to come on, and we're going to see what happens. I mean, it should be a great fight, and may the best man win. This is TB Boxing. You know, that's all I have for right now.